Hey guys, welcome. Hold on, let me make this bigger. Hi, welcome. We're gonna get ready to make our Friday night dinner from our August 2020 meal plan. And I'm excited for this one because it is your challenge meal and is one of my favorite recipes. I love this recipe, so I'm excited for you to try it. So it's the California sushi bowl roll. It's gonna taste like, if you like sushi, you're gonna love this recipe. So if you like California rolls, this is kind of like it in a bowl. So you get a bigger serving. It'll be a little bit more filling than just one roll. All right, so what we're gonna need for this recipe is an avocado, and my avocado, a cucumber. We're gonna need brown rice. I actually have some brown rice that we cooked for Meal Prep Sunday, and then some leftover cauliflower rice. So I'm gonna do some mixing of the two. I like to use them either interchangeably or one over the other, but to keep it more filling, I'm gonna keep the brown rice in there. Some chives. So this is in the onion family. You can smell it, it tastes like an onion. We're gonna use some of the chives to give it some more flavor. Nori, so you can use nori. It is essentially a sea veggie. You can use seaweed pieces, whatever you like, and this is gonna give it that, that outside layer of the California roll, the seaweed wrap. And so nori is a different name for seaweed. So you can use whatever you find at the grocery store. Just don't grab one that you have to pre-cook or pre-boil. We don't want that. And we're gonna use some apple cider vinegar. If you don't have apple cider vinegar, you can use like rice vinegar, because that's what is traditionally used in a sushi recipe, but I like to use ACV whenever I can, so I just swap it out for most vinegars. And then some sesame seeds. So this is gonna add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of crunch. You can use black sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, whatever you have. And we are ready to get started. And then, well, the last ingredient is our fish. So if you are a sushi eater, or you eat Japanese food in general, you would be familiar with eating raw fish, or also known as sashimi. So this is some tuna sashimi and some salmon sashimi. And when you eat raw fish, it has to be sushi grade fish. You cannot just go to any sort of grocery store and ask for salmon and eat it raw. You can't do that. It has to be sushi grade. So either you get it from, usually when they sell, wherever they sell sushi, or you can even pick it up at your local Japanese restaurant. You can get takeout sashimi, or you can go to the fish counter at usually specialty grocery stores, or if you notice that there's an area where they sell like fried chicken and sushi, you can go to that counter and ask for a half a pound of whatever kind of sushi that you like, and you can slice it up in your own. This I actually just bought pre-sliced like this in the sushi counter. So that works, whatever works for you. And then usually it comes with some ginger, some wasabi, some soy sauce, or you can use your liquid aminos, whatever you want. But that's what you're looking for. If you don't have that, if you don't want to use that, that's okay. Just go ahead and use some shrimp. You'll get a similar texture, a similar taste. A lot of California rolls use that fake crab, like the artificial crab. And you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of anything artificial. It's what I try to teach you guys, that we want to stick to as whole food as possible. So obviously if you have that, if you're out, that's fine, but I'd rather not buy that. I'd rather just use anything fresh that I can. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to take a serving of rice, and I'm just gonna make 2 bowls here. And so a serving of rice is about a half a cup of rice. So I'm gonna put about a half a cup in each bowl, which is pretty much what I have left. I portioned properly this week. And then I have some leftover cauliflower rice, so I'm gonna add that in as well. And you can't have too many veggies, so we're just gonna add in our cauliflower rice to bulk up this meal. And so it will feel more filling, so that we don't feel the need to eat more. If you want more rice, that's fine, but this is gonna be a way to get more fiber, get more veggies in and feel full, without doubling our serving size of our rice. All right, so With this, you're gonna want to add a little bit of the vinegar. It's gonna give it, you know, we're looking for, always shake up your vinegar, especially when you're using raw vinegar. It's called the mother, and it settles at the bottom. So you always just wanna give that a little bit of a mix. And you're adding, how many, 2 tablespoons. So just start off with a little bit and then add more. And what I wanted to add is you can add, I did not put it on here, but it's an optional thing. You can add in some cream cheese if you want. Now, when I do my traditional OHH way sushi rolls, I add cream cheese, like probably a half a teaspoon of cream cheese to my rice with the vinegar in it, and it mixes up and it just gives you more of that sushi taste. So you can do that if you want. If your rice or cauliflower is heated up enough, it will kind of incorporate well. You can do that, and then you can also add in some of your soy sauce or your liquid aminos in at this point as well, right? We're looking for that taste, for that sushi roll taste. So I'm actually going to add in a little bit of my cream cheese, especially since I was already on this week's meal plan in our grocery list, so I have extra. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to incorporate that in with the back of my fork. That mixed with the vinegar is going to mix together well, and so that vinegar is going to add in some of you know, a little bit of dressing, if you will, to this dish. So mix that together, keep it in the bowl, not like me, I'm getting it all over the place. All right. And that apple cider vinegar also is really great for your gut. It's great for your immune system. It's just really good for you overall. So it's good to get that in whenever you can as well. It has, like, they have the creators of the apple cider vinegar created a book, and it was like 90, like probably more, it was like 99 different medicinal uses of apple cider vinegar and all the different things that it can heal in your body. So it's pretty interesting. All right, so mix that together. Okay. All right, so what we have now is we're going to go back to our recipe, double check what we're up to. Chopped cucumber, chives, and avocado, and we're going to layer that on top, and then we're going to put together our sauce. So this is a fairly simple dish, especially if you have some of your food prepped already. It makes it even easier so that when it's Friday night and you just want to sit down and eat, you can go ahead and do so. I don't know why I'm using a butter knife. Where's my other knife at? You know, you just can throw this together, and then that is going to be a substitute for ordering out, right? That's why I put it for your Friday night dinner. All right, so you can peel this also. I took out my peeler, and you can peel this if you want to make it look a little bit more fancy. Like, you can give it, sometimes at the restaurants I see them doing, like, peeling it like every other strip here. So it looks almost like, I want to say a flower, but something like that. And so you can peel it like that, and then you can give it slices. Because in a traditional California roll, you'll see some veggies, sometimes carrots, cucumber, and they're usually like sticks of it. So you won't necessarily find it in this form, so you can cut it smaller if you want. You can give it a slice in half. So we're just going to add in our veggies. The more veggies, the better. So add as much as you would like. I'm going to layer these in. And I'm just going to do this whole cucumber here. All right. So I'm going to move this over so you can see me again. And then I'm going to do this cucumber skin the same way. But you can eat the cucumber skin. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? All right. All right. And let's give it a chop this way. And then let's add these in. All right. Beautiful. And then our chives, you can cut your chives. Let's see if I have scissors. You can give your chives a little bit of a snip, like so. And then that's like a little trick there to cut your chives up. And then we'll do it to the other one. All right, that should be plenty. Okay, and let's double check what else we need to add. Avocado, right. My avocado blended in with my countertop. I didn't even see it. So we're just gonna cut our avocado. This is a smaller guy. If you have a small avocado, you can use a little bit more. So we're just going to slice this. Usually I would add a half to the recipe. And this is, like I said, this is a little bit smaller, so I might add a whole one of these to one. Add this in next, and you can layer it in. You can make it look very pretty, you know. Okay. This is really, really good. I hope that you guys try it. I know it's a challenge meal, meaning that there is, you know, a few ingredients here that are a little unfamiliar, maybe might not be so sure. Maybe you're not a sushi eater. Maybe you're not familiar with a couple of these ingredients, but I encourage you to try it. I promise you it's really, really good. And if you didn't like it before, give it a try again. You never know. You might like it this time. Okay. And then we are going to mix together our mayo and our sriracha, and then add our fish, sprinkle on our sesame seeds, and then it's time to eat. Okay, so I have some Tabasco sriracha here, and I also have some mayo. So I'm just going to take equal parts. So there's about 1/4 cup on your recipe. You can take equal parts, and you can add it to like a squeeze bottle, like almost something like this if you have one. Or you can just mix it in a bowl like I am, and then just drizzle it on. We're gonna mix this together. And you can also use your wasabi in this way, where you can mix your wasabi with a mayo, or just, they actually have like wasabi sauces. You can add that if you like the wasabi. It's a little bit of a spicy flavor. It's really, really good. So if you've never tried it, I encourage you to give that a try. But you might want to take your wasabi, mix that up with some of the mayo, and then it adds like a little bit of a dressing. Right, so I'm gonna take my fish and I'm gonna layer that on. Take out a clean fork. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do some of the tuna. Usually a California roll doesn't necessarily have the fish, but it gives it the flavors of, you know, this is almost like just a sushi bowl. So I say California roll because most people are familiar with California rolls. But a lot of times California rolls do not have fish in it. The sashimi. Right, so we're just gonna add one more of each. Go ahead, get in there. Okay. Now we're gonna take our dressing here. We're just going to drizzle it over very lightly. You can always add more later. Okay, and then lastly, last but not least, we're going to take our sesame seeds, and we gotta make sure that they are open, and then sprinkle this on. That's gonna add a little bit of a crunch, a little extra flavor. And just like that, your sushi dinner is done. It's gonna be better than takeout. It's gonna be way more filling than your sushi roll. Oh, you know what? The last thing that I didn't add was our seaweed. So I'm just gonna cut a couple strips here. You can cut the strips even smaller. All right. There we go. Ta-da! All right, guys, I'm gonna go enjoy this. I hope you do the same. Let me know how yours turns out.